Hi, everyone. All right, we are starting a series of lessons on marketing strategies. And so this is our first one. I'm going to share my screen so we can get started. All right, so marketing strategies. This first lesson is going to talk about marketing elements, and the objectives are to discuss the importance of the 7 P's of marketing to achieve successful marketing strategies and business outcomes, to identify and describe market penetration strategies, and conduct a SWOT analysis to inform marketing strategies. Let's talk some definitions first, like market, marketing, and marketing mix. So the market is a system where buyers and sellers come together to exchange goods, services, or resources. It allows people to buy what they need and sell what they have to offer. It's basically a place where something of value is exchanged for something else of value. Now, marketing is the act of recognizing, predicting, and fulfilling the desires and requirements of customers through thoughtful strategizing. It aims to attain the goals set by an organization by understanding and meeting customer needs effectively. Finally, there's the marketing mix. This refers to the strategies employed by a company to enhance the visibility and desirability of its products or services within the market. It includes elements which are carefully combined to persuade customers to make a purchase. Now, having a great product or a service is just the first step in establishing a successful business or building a successful brand. The best product or the service in the world won't translate to profits unless people know about it. How do you reach customers and help them connect with your product? Well, that's the role of the marketing mix here. Now, going along with that is something called the 7 P's of marketing. These are the primary components to consider when developing a marketing strategy. And they are product, the good or service that the company provides; price, what the consumer pays in exchange for the product; place, where the product is purchased; promotion, comprising advertising, sales, and other communication efforts the company utilizes to attract the customer; people, individuals involved in the marketing process, including customers, employees, and other stakeholders; process, this is the methods and systems used to deliver the product or service to customers; and the physical evidence, this is the tangible components and visual features that are part of a product or a service. This can include your packaging, your branding, your signage. Now, I want to touch briefly on something, the difference between marketing and advertising. So the marketing process is the systematic planning, implementation, and control of activities to facilitate the exchange of products and or services. To do that, you have to have your value proposition, which is, of course, a compelling sentence that describes the business and your product. Now, the integration of marketing elements is where they all work together towards a unified marketing campaign with a common message. Advertising is part of marketing. It's just one component, and it involves the placement of ads in various mediums, such as newspapers, magazines, direct mail, billboards, TV, radio, and online, including social media. Now, the cost of advertising is typically the most expensive part of any marketing plan. Be aware of that. And so a market penetration strategy is when a company focuses on growing its market share in its existing markets. When it's doing this, it's using what is known as a market penetration strategy. And this approach generally entails significant expenditures in advertising and other marketing efforts in order to influence customers' brand choice and create a brand reputation for the company, thereby increasing its market share. Now, there is something also called product development, where a market penetration strategy focuses on existing products and existing markets. A product development strategy involves the creation of new or improved products in order to drive growth in sales, revenue, and profit. Now, although the advertising expenditures involved with a market penetration strategy may be significant, they often pale compared to the expenditures involved in a product development strategy. Because in a product development, that generally requires significant investment in R&D, or research and development activities. So I want to give you an example. Let's look at the automobile industry. It is a good illustration of a product development strategy, because car makers generally refresh their models every few years. This encourages car owners to trade in their old vehicles and buy the redesigned cars with the latest tech, like driver assist, Wi-Fi hotspots, Apple CarPlay, or Android Auto. And at the same time, most of the manufacturers are spending billions of dollars developing new electric vehicle models to meet the ambitious goals for phasing out gasoline-powered engines. So let's look at a marketing development strategy. Now, this involves identifying and targeting new market segments for a company's products. This can involve finding new customer groups or identifying different uses for existing products. These are new market segments. And market development also includes expanding into new geographical areas. Companies can leverage their brand strength from existing markets to enter new regions and compete effectively. Market development strategies aim to capitalize on a brand name and the reputation a company has built in existing markets. They're leveraging their brand strength by finding new markets to compete in, companies that can extend their reach and they can grow their customer base. Now, again, let's look at a couple of examples. Facebook. Facebook is a great example of a market development strategy. Facebook started out as a small platform that enabled Harvard University students to compare headshots. The popularity of this platform spread to other college campuses, and eventually Facebook would allow non-students to join. Well, the strategy worked. Facebook is now the largest social network in the world with nearly 3 billion users. Here's another example, Harley-Davidson Motorcycles, or HD. Now, if HD were to adopt a market penetration strategy, the company would focus on selling more motorcycles in the US market. If they were to adopt a product development strategy, it would begin selling a new product, such as biker clothing for children, under the HD brand in the US market. But Harley-Davidson is currently pursuing a market development strategy. They plan to develop a new motorcycle to manufacture and sell in China. And they might have a diversification strategy that might entail selling new products to children's biker clothing in China for the very first time. All right, so that is our first lesson under marketing strategies, this one focusing primarily on marketing elements.